the
only problem. Nobody touched it because they felt it's the same thing. So it's easy to
The portion that I share,
Is it from your project?
Beautiful color.
Okay, so you're doing low C look. Okay,
Is that good?
fine.
Or is it supposed to be high?
It doesn't matter. I mean, most people here do high C look, high so pasuk. But you can go. It's
Minimal.
it's still an acceptable
Okay.
trope. Latya's back.
Okay.
It's good to see you in shul yesterday.
Oh.
Oh!
You made it.
Shabbat tov.
That was very good, by the way, Miriam.
Ah.
Very nice.
Okay.
Ben amatecha.
I'm
Not me.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
First time back?
Yeah, not yesterday.
Oh.
It was nice.
Nice.
It's nice to be back, actually.
Of course.
Communities important.
Do you have everything?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I didn't tell you doing.
Alright.
Oh, that was
Well,
What
look,
you're asking about.
Yeah.
Depending on the day, right?
Yeah.
It is a little chilly in here, actually.
I don't know how, but.
Well, you're gonna have to watch out for your voice, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah.
get all the, uh-oh.
Paper Israel.
What is that?
Paper Israel.
All right, we'll begin, which is really almost end. Because we are at the end, we're doing word exercises. What's that?
How come it's cold in this room?
Because of those windows.
Oh.
They'll be changed one day.
So that's the next investment.
It probably, I think it is.
You
We just need to raise some money, so there's an envelope at the window.
We're not pushing the.
Or you can do the installation, you know. There's lots of ways to take
Yes.
care of yourself. That's right, that's funny. Okay. It's really,
I have a question.
yeah,
Where can I find the Torah without the vowels, without the nakudot, without the vowels?
any
Like
specific
the
ones?
scroll, like can I take a picture?
Yes, and for your, are you reading on?
On the 10th, I'm
Yeah.
reading and I'm doing the vowels, so I have a lot of work between now and then.
Okay, so I can provide a picture of your section from the
Please,
scroll.
that would be great.
So,
So you send me one,
Yeah.
I sent you an
Yes.
email,
I'll put them all on, I'll put them all on your.
yeah, but I'm not even sure.
Really?
I hope that I can get into my, as I taken the week off,
Every
you know,
day now.
starting midweek,
I saw you.
the other week.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure, my tablet is up,
If
but
not, I
I'm
can
not
read it
sure
with the
whether
email properly.
I'll get back.
Without
by-
it.
Yeah, you could
No,
go along
okay,
to the side, you know.
I hope that, you know, that if you send it to me as an email to that one, I think I'll get it. To
Okay,
the email that I.
So, I just wanted to make sure, right? So we can definitely sing it with the trope and all. Should, however, we get nervous or whatever, as long as we pronounce and say the words accurately, it's kosher.
yes, that is the primary goal.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
you have to make the
sure.
effort to do the.
I am.
And there's people up there to help you
Yeah,
follow.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I've been following, like yesterday when I was on the beam, I was reading with Ralph, like, and how he was doing it.
Good.
And
an
so-
excellent role model.
Oh, Ralph is amazing.
He's amazing. Yeah. Jonathan is amazing. We have a lot of amazing Torah.
Yeah.
And,
I was like, what's his name?
and soon we're gonna have even more amazing Torah readers. I can't tell you, by the way, how excited the congregation, the leadership of the board is that we're doing this, and that you're like poised to read Torah, and you'll be members of the rotation regularly.
Can I ask something
Within
else,
reason.
since
Within
we're
reason.
talking about that Shabbat anyway? What about the kiddush? How does it
Yeah.
work? Like, if
We
some of
can
us got
sponsor
together,
it.
We
It's a
could,
group.
we can like
Yeah.
together.
You can, absolutely.
And
There
what does
is
it cost
a-
to have something decent rather than just bagels and cream
Well,
cheese?
we can ask, who do we
Jeremy
ask?
Rosenberg.
Jeremy,
Jeremy Rosenberg.
Is he well? He has not been.
He had knee replacement surgery.
He did too. Oh my God, he should talk to me. I'm the role model. 6 weeks tomorrow.
Okay.
No cane, no
Okay.
nothing.
That's awesome.
6 weeks.
Well, you got right to work.
You worked
Like,
so
You
hard.
worked hard.
Like, look. I'm no kidding. Look at this. This is
wow.
only 6 weeks.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is.
But you're moving
That's
really
amazing.
incredibly well.
You know why? And no kidding, I'll get in touch with him if he wants. I am the queen. No kidding. And I am not, this is no ego, this is no anything. The key here is to immediately, on the surgical table, I did a forward bend, touching my toes and holding. When I came out of it, I did the first thing, and then I started to wriggle my toes. By the time I had to stay overnight,
Yeah.
because I had other complications, like I lack oxygen often after the surgery. So I started immediately to do all of that to bring my heel to my butt. That same night, not even.
I can't do that even when I'm healthy.
So, I mean, if he wants, I'll show him, I'll send him a picture of me on the 27th of December, 16 days after my surgery. They took out the staples,
Yeah.
44 staples.
Wow.
They took it out, I got on my bike that same day.
Amazing. He's a tennis player too, so he wants
He
to get
is?
back into the
Okay.
game. All right, let's get started. So this is, we are now quite in a cumulative phase and just sort of checking on all that material. So let's do this together. We'll just jump right in. Sheshet Yamim. 1, 2, 3. Sheshet Yamim. Ta'aseh ma'asecha. Uvayom hashvi'i tishbot. Lema'an yanuach. Shorecha v'chamorecha. Vaynafesh bein amatecha v'hager. Any questions there? So this is from Miriam's.
Yeah, so I read it wrong.
What's that?
I did it not quite right.
I think it was fine.
No, you did.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Between shorecha v'chamorecha, there's no munach, so that was the difference. You did you wanted there to be munach on the cha of chamorecha. But that's okay. I mean, again, no lightning bolts is going to come down and start here. Okay, good, really good. This one, velo tavi. 1, 2, 3. Velo tavi toeva el beitecha ve'hayita cherem kamo shakes teshaketsenu v'ta'ev tita'avenu hicheremu. So Roz, we need to move over a little bit to see it
Can we
better.
do it again?
Yeah, we can. Let's just talk about what's going on here. So, getting into this groove, part of the trick of smooth Torah reading, it doesn't have to be smooth the first time. Make a mistake and come back. But you want to be looking ahead a little bit, especially over the lines, right? So, is this mercha, tipacha? Is it mercha tevir? Is it mercha? I don't know. Mercha
Personal.
pasuk, right? What's that?
Personal.
Exactly.
It's a message.
So- It's an Archati B'cha, so you have to be ready for that.
My problem is not so much in that, I mean, the sound itself, but it's in getting the right pitch and not mixing it up with,
With other tropes. Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, not with other tropes, but with Haftarah trope.
Oh, right. Well, that's for sure. That's a good thing. Don't sing any Haftarah on the day you're doing Torah reading.
Alright.
It's not always possible, but that's a thing. Okay, the other thing is that another problem that's over a line break here is that what happens? We have a trope on the second to last syllable here, and a trope, the tipacha, on the first syllable here. So you have to lend the ta note to be a pickup on tipecha because it's tipe, which is 2 syllables of pickup. You do only one. You can do only one, but you need one. So v'hayi reasonable key v'hayi ta cherem v'hayi ta cherem. Yeah, so if there was another syllable like the before, let's say the, it doesn't make sense in Hebrew, but let's say there was the before it. V'hayita v'cherem, then you don't need to borrow anything, right? V'hayita cherem. So you need to delay the yi for an extra syllable so that the ta can become the pickup of the tipacha.
Yeah, so that's why the double yod.
That's just a spelling.
It just
Just a spelling, yeah. V'hayita cherem kamohu. And then of course all the psiks that we have in the middle of this, the paseks, some people say pasek. Shaketz, to shaketzenu, v'ta'ev, to ta'avenu, ki cheremu. Yeah, good, alright. And this one, let's keep it here high. Milvad, 1, 2, 3. Milvad, olat, atamid, umimchatot, ta'asu, temimim, yehu lachem, v'nisehem. So again, just a long compound word here. Yehu lachem, chem is where the accent is, so all the other notes, syllables are just pickup syllables. Yehu lachem, good, v'nisehem, good. And this one, 1, 2, 3. Ve'ata atira'u anochi achalkel etchem ve'et tapechem v'inachem otam v'yidaber al libam. Very nice. 1, 2, 3. V'chol minchat kohen kalil tihyeh lo te'achel. Pretty straightforward.
So under the Kohen, can I hear it again?
Kohen.
Kohen.
Yes. V'chol minchat kohen. We're used to, like, when you have a tavir where this is one of the common helper tropes, mercha, yada, da, 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 da. One of them, probably even more common helper tropes is darga. Darga tavir, yeah? And sometimes it doesn't need a helper trope at all, it just could be tavir in the middle of nothing. Like after so pasuk or after nachta or whatever. Okay. And this one, vayish, 1, 2, 3. Vayish al et serisei faro asher ito v'mishma v'beit Adonav le'or madua penechem ra'im hayom. We haven't practiced sof pasuk phrase, sof aliyah phrases yet. Let's choose to do the next. Oh, it's a nice long one. Let's choose to do this one as if it's an aliyah ending phrase. So that means this sof pasuk is an end of aliyah version. Ya da 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 da. We're just arbitrarily designating it that. Okay, do you remember our pazer? I'll just remind us. Pazer. We have 2 of them in a row. Oh, this is a really musical passage. It's great. And look at all these compound, this compound word. Alcohol, let's start here. Alcohol, 1, 2, 3. Alcohol devar pesha, al shor, al chamor, al se, al salma, al kol aveda, asher yomar ki hu zeh ad ha'el. I'll go 1, 2, 3.
I'll go to
Okay, so all of the
How many notes?
Lots.
I'll go to Pesha. So that all the action happens on the pet, right? It's not I'll call Devar Pesha. No, it's not on the sha. And the only way to get it so that the accent is both not on the second to last, it's not on the last syllable, which should be, has to be on the second to last syllable, and not sound weird, like putting the sha in the middle of the phrase, like Kol Devar Pesha. That's just weird, right? Nobody does that. So I'll Kol Devar Pesha. Al Shor, Al Chamor, Al Ser, Al Shalma, Al Kol Aveda, Asher Yomar Kihu Zeh, Ad HaElohim Yavo Devar Shnehem. Asher Yarshibun Elohim Yeshalem Shenaim L'Re'ehu. Yeah, good. Okay, so also a somewhat rarer combination, but does happen quite often, where you have Mercha, Pashta, Pashta, not Mercha, Pashta, right? Because it's Pashta. I just said not that, but it is that. It is that. But the problem is here, the reason I said that is because here it isn't. It's just a one syllable word. Ish, ish. That's what I was going for. Okay? Ish, ish. You don't borrow for this one. Ish, ish. Yeah, but you don't normally borrow for it. Especially because it's a one syllable word. Maybe if it was a two syllable word we might. But it doesn't matter. Either way is fine, really. Ish, ish, mi beit Israel, asher yishchat, shor o chesed, o eitz b'machaneh, o asher yishchat, michutz lamachaneh. Good. This one, Vaya. 1, 2, 3. Vayas lo miskeret tovach saviv. Vayas zer zahav lemiskarto saviv. Good. And just this is amazing. You're sight reading the words, of course, or just reading the words as you would call it. And then superimposing this music. You're doing a great job. Really nice. 1, 2, 3. V'im. 1, 2, 3. V'im al hamishkav al hakeli asher hi yoshevet. Oh, sorry. I was thinking I had in my mind, I need to remind you, or want to remind you, it's not heave, right? It's a silent vet, the vav here. Asher, and then let's do the right jump from Asher. 1, 2, 3. Asher hi yoshevet alav beno ovo no amunach beno ovo yitzma ad ha'arev. Let's do that one again, because I interrupted you 3 times. Ve'im, 1, 2, 3. Ve'im al hamishkav al hakeli asher hi yoshevet alav beno ovo yitzma ad ha'arev. Any questions there?
You said benag-o or benog-o?
Benog-o.
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 Benog-o, lo benag-o.
no.
Neither of those. So B, obviously, because
Yeah.
right, it's beginning.
No.
Kamatz
Then it's
Gadol.
kamatz katan. It's actually kamatz katon, even though it's gadol.
Katon,
It
yeah.
looks big, but it's katan. So
So
benol, and then g with another shva.
Yeah, Benog O.
Benol g o.
Benog O.
Benol g o.
Benog O.
Yes.
Benog O.
Right. Big shva. Right. So it's
Benog O.
benol g o vo.
Benog O. Benog O. Bo. That's the Israeli.
Oh yes, I know.
That's kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a shortcut.
Yes, I know. That's fine. Again, nobody would stop you.
No, you're right. I should be able to.
Yeah, because our program here makes a big version of the shva, as opposed to here, like hamishkav,
Amishkav.
small shva, so shva nach, right? This isn't the rule, this is just the convention of this program. I'm not talking about the rules, because there's many, and there's 7 or 8 rules as to when it's shva na versus shva nach. I'm just talking about how this program shows us that it's a shva na. The Art Scroll Sidor, for example, will put a horizontal line over a letter that's kind of pronounced shva na. Yeah, so different texts, different ways. Okay. All right, next one. Uvnei, 1, 2, 3. Uvnei zilpa, shivchat leah, Gad ve'asher, ele b'nei Yaakov, asher yulad lo b'fadan aram. Good. This one. 1, 2, 3. Ve'ele b'nei Tzivon, ve'ayeh va'an. Sorry, ve'ayah. Okay, sorry. Ve'ayah va'ana, hu ana, asher matzah et hayemim bamidbar, bir'oto et hachamorim le'tzion aviv. I can Hebrew, I promise. Ushtei, 1, 2, 3. Ushtei tabeot zahav asalo mitachat lezeiro al shetei tzalotav al shenei tzidav levadim laseit oto bahem. Nice. And vehaya, 1, 2, 3. Vehaya kiroto ki ein hanar vameis vehoridu avadecha et sevat avdecha avinu ve'yagon she'ola. Now, what happened here? She'ola. Yeah, good. What happened here? Vehoridu avadecha. What happened? What do we have to do there? What's special about that?
We go up.
Yeah, but okay. So what are the trope? What's the trope combination here? Somebody want to call it out? Is it kadma v'azla?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not kadma. It's not kadma v'azla. It's kadma geresh. Right? Because remember, geresh is what is the way that we is the trope we use when it would be kadma v'azla, but the accent is on the second to last syllable of that word. It becomes geresh. Now we have to sing it as 2 separate tropes, not kadma v'azla, because remember, kadma in kadma v'azla. Excuse me, in kadma v'azla is different than the kadma when it's just a kadma at the beginning of the trope sheet. Remember, kadma darga tevir, whatever it is. Kadma. What is it? Muna zarka. Right? It's not kadma in kadma v'azla. It's kadma v'azla. But here it's kadma geresh, so you do kadma as regular. Kadma geresh. So it's vehoridu avadecha. Vehoridu avadecha. I'm connected because it's green trope. Vehoridu avadecha. Yeah.
So it's actually sung as two separate.
Two separate tropes rather than as a kadma ve'azla, which is an animal unto itself. Kadma ve'azla. Right? Remember at the beginning I told you don't.
It's the
So
same
why did they
thing.
put Girish?
What's that?
Why did they put the Girish? I mean, why?
Because that's what happens when it's on the second to last. So an azla, it's basically an azla that's not on the last syllable,
Okay.
right? And so I'll make it thicker to show you that it's a geresh, not an asla. Here's the thing: if you open up the Eitz Chaim Chumash, I think the Eitz Chaim Chumash does not show you any kind of distinction between a geresh and an asla. And so if you saw this and were reading this out of the Chumash here, you would go vehoridu avadecha,
Right.
and so what? Like, you know, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you're reading it out of whatever resource you have, and hopefully it's right.
But you know, we don't have it in college anyway.
That's right.
So,
That's right. And remember, the other reason that it's not so bad is because the grammatical function of the trope as pausal power, as commas and periods and whatever, is they're the same. Asla and geresh are both orange. So no matter which one you do, you're going to be pausing in the right place, and so you're not going to mess up the meaning of the phrase, right? So I'm not trying to give you, like, you're out to not pay attention to it, but, like, don't beat yourselves up when you know, over it. But anyway, the correct way to sing this, as it is a geresh, I mean, again, you could know because it's on the second to last syllable. That's the clue in your Chumash, right? So, okay, vehoridu avadecha, as opposed to vehoridu, which is not. Okay, let's go on. We'll do a few more of these. Vayachal, what is it? Vayachalu. Now notice the mete, the secondary accent here on the ya. Vayachalu. Okay, here we have an actual kadma ve'azla. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Vayachalu. Chalom shemeihem. Ish chalomo. Belayla echad. Ish kefitron chalomo. Hamashken ve'haofer. Asher lemelech Mitzrayim. Asher asurim beveit hasohar. Good. I just want to see something here. Can we? Wait, come on. Yes. So this is tikkun style. So this is just to give you a little example. Not like it's not in the same layout as it would be in the Torah because it's like so big on the screen because I made it big. If I made the text smaller, you'd have more words on the line and everything. But again, this is just a reminder of what it looks like when we study for the Torah reading and when we were preparing the final stage. So you learn this part really well down the right-hand side. And as you get good at that, you start reading from the left-hand side here. Vayachalu chalom shneihem ish chalomo balayla echad ish kefitron chalomo hamashke ve'haofer asher lemelech Mitzrayim asher asurim beveit hasohar. Right, so you're reading from the left-hand side. I mean, my little trick there is I wasn't, but that's besides the point. But that's the thing. It's like once you get good enough at this, that this is, you know this so well from repeating it yourself over and over again, and get like once you figure out what the tropes are, repeating yourself, or using my audio file, which I'm always happy to provide, no matter how many years you've been doing Torah readings on the Bima ABI, I'm always happy to provide audio files. And then you get that good at it that it just rolls off your tongue, and then you're ready for this side, right? This is kind of what it looks like in the Torah. Obviously, this is a computer font, but the scribe generally has like a font, a style that they use, and you
Yeah,
get
the
used to
font
that.
of the Chet is
That's what I said.
So, right, so every letter in the Torah, every single letter of the Torah is based on just 6 base letters of the Hebrew alphabet. So for example, like here is a Vav, here is a Yud, right? Here's 2 Vavs connected with a little,
And a chuk-chuk.
with a chukchik, right? Lamed is made up of a Kaf and a Vav, right? You see, the
Yeah.
Kaf and the Vav. And Mem and Mem Sofit,
So it's really interesting, the Vav.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zayin is a stylized Vav, you know, like it's that kind of thing. Shin is 3 Vavs, just bent together. Ask the Kabbalists. Ask the
Well,
Kabbalists. They'll tell you all kinds
It's
of
one of
things.
the letters in Yud-Heh, Vav-Heh.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. A Nun is a Kaf with an arm chopped off.
I was thinking what
So Dalet might be one of the letters, but Dalet and a Yud is a Hey.
Yeah.
So all these things. Aleph is a Vav with 2 Yuds. Right? And this is the way that the scribes write it. They write it that way. You can Google it. It's fascinating. You can see the whole alphabet and how it's created out of the 6 base letters.
So the base letters are Yud, Hey, Vav,
No,
Dalet.
not Hey. Not Hey.
Not Hey.
Not Hey. Hey is a. I think it's I think Dalet might be one of them.
So
So
Yud,
Dalet and a Yud.
Yud, Vav, Dalet,
Kaf.
Taf.
Hey.
Shin is a,
Vav, right?
What Shin is 3 Vavs?
Look
Yeah.
at, look
What
at the
about
kuf.
the thing, what about
Look at the
thing?
kuf, a mashke.
Pei is a Kaf with a Yud.
Okay, and then the half, the other half is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Rish.
Uh,
It's a Dalet.
Resh, yeah, so
The kuf is
actually it might be
interesting.
the other way. Dalet is a Resh, a Resh
Yeah,
with a Yud.
it's a zayin.
yes.
Yeah,
It's a
zayin.
zayin and a half,
Yeah, so
a
you,
short half.
you can see all of these things. You can see Mem is a Kaf and a Yud and a Vav, just connected here.
But the kuf is a mashke.
Kuf is no,
Yeah.
yeah, but Kuf is a Chaf with a
And a
Vav.
Zayin.
Well, a Zayin or a Nun
Yeah.
Sofit or a Vav, like they're
Yeah.
all connected. Right. So it's interesting. Anyway, not the topic of our course actually.
We're not going to write.
So I'm gonna take
Well,
those
I'm
away.
glad you told us because I was
Stop
looking
looking at
at it.
that. What?
The chet, I mean, I would have looked at it and said, what is this?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a dollar with a Vav. Okay, Veniskeihem. 1, 2, 3. Veniskeihem. Chatzi hanin. Yeh lakar. Ushlishit. Hanin la'ayil. Urvi'it hanin. Lakefes yain. Zozolat chodesh lechodesho lechodeshei hashana. Sorry, lechodesho. Lechodesho lechodeshei hashana. I never noticed that before. This is from the Rosh Chodesh Torah reading. It's from the 4th Aliyah, and I chant it regularly and never noticed that it's got a. I thought it was lechodesho, lechodeshei. So now I'll fix that next time. Lechodesho lechodeshei hashana. Good.
That's why it sounded so familiar to me. Mine is also Rush.
Rosh Chodesh, there you go. Right. Right.
I think that's why I like to listen to
Oh,
the
so you-
Yemenites when they sing,
Yes.
because
Well-
they really enunciate every letter.
Yes. But they'll pronounce every shva as shvana.
Yeah.
Even if it's shvana. So you would get like arba'a. Arba'a. Asher elef ushva. We would say ushva here, but they would say ushva.
Actually, that's very interesting because when I was taught years and years ago, and I'm talking about 1930, 40, that's how I was taught. And you know, it was a kind of a mixed congregation, you know, I think everybody read however they read.
Yeah.
But I remember my mother saying before I started grade 1, she said, this is how I read, and this is how I was taught, but this is how you will read it, and this is how you will be taught. And that still sticks in my mind.
Yeah.
And I always sort of, and so I learned very quickly to read as a result because, and she very quickly switched, and my father never switched, I think on purpose, not because he didn't know, but because he just wasn't going to switch.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on to our last learning, but really from all of Trope, the melody for end of book phrases. So we've done Sof Pasuk, right, which is da 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 da. We've done Sof Aliyah da 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 da. And now we're looking at the melody of end of book phrases. Why is this important? The music for the end of a book, Sof Pasuk, that almost rhymes. The reason for that is that we have to do something at the end of the book. What do we have to do?
Yeah,
Say
chazak,
chazak,
chazak.
chazak, v'ni chazek. So the congregation is supposed to say chazak, chazak, v'ni chazek.
So it goes like, it's almost like a soft, at the soft pasuk, rather, like a sentence end rather than
It punctuates the book,
Yeah.
right? It ends. But what's going on here, and you've heard me talk about this before in several other ways, when we talked about transitioning from Torah to the blessing, and Haftarah to the blessing, where our sages, the Cantors of old, would change the melody of the ending thing so that we were already in the melody of the thing that comes next. Same thing here. So how do we get to Yarampara?
Chazak,
Chazak, chazak, v'ni chazek. So if you go Mercha Tibecha, Mercha So Pasuk, that's minor, right? But we need da da da. So what we do is Mercha Tibecha, Mercha So Pasuk, Chazak, chazak. It's something different too. By the way, it's not just that it leads into it. In fact, it doesn't even really lead in as well as the other phrases do. But it tells us that something's different. And it leads us up, hanging, so that we have to do something to finish the phrase, which is chazak, chazak. I'm just curious how it would play it. Hold on. Okay, the point is sof pasuk. Ignore that music. That's like more advanced than anyone. I know this is a standard for what we, in the style of what we've been studying. I've never heard anyone do all those notes. So, for example,
It just changes Mahati Pasa Pasuk.
exactly.
It confuses.
So let's say here. Hold on a second, I'm having trouble about accessing it. No,
It's up, it's.
yeah, it goes up.
It's totally up.
This is not a good way to teach students.
Well, thanks for being in our boots.
Okay, I'm just blanking. Hold on a second. Yeah, I mean the way right. So the way I Vaina feish ben amantacha vehager, right? Vaina feish ben amantacha vehager chazak chazak v'ni chazek. So it leaves us one note about it's a clear non-ending, right? That goes up. And yada da 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 da. Chazak, chazak, v'ni chazek. It's very rare. Of course, it happens only 5 times in the course of the entire Torah reading, as you know. Okay, so let's see what examples it gives. Oops, wrong exercise. Hold on a sec. So mercha tibecha sof pasuk. Tibecha sof pasuk. Tibecha mercha sof pasuk. So again, just like the ending of Aliyah sof pasuks, it's a unit that no matter which tropes you all have the same notes, right? Mercha tibecha mercha sof pasuk. that's end of Aliyah. Tibecha, mercha, sof pasuk. So you have all the notes, whether or not you have a mercha, a tibecha, another mercha or not, and then sof pasuk. All of these phrases have to have the notes. But tibecha, mercha can be reversed, right? Tibecha, mercha, sof pasuk. Chazak, chazak, veni chazek. Okay, let's see, what does it give us? So let's do this one. Tibecha, sof pasuk. Don't come down. Sof pasuk. Yes, so that we can go chazak and finish off the. Yeah, okay. Tibecha, 1, 2, 3. Tibecha, mercha, mercha, sof pasuk. And this one, mercha tibecha sof pasuk. See, even though there's no mercha sof pasuk, you do sof as if it has a mercha on it. That's what I mean by it. It just has to have all the notes in it, whether or not all the trope are there or not. Mercha tibecha sof pasuk. Yeah.
So tempting to go down.
Yes, I know. Well, but that's the thing.
it.
That's the thing. When you practice it, you'll have to make sure you'll have the audio file. You have to make sure that you are, as you're preparing, mentally engaged with the fact that the congregation is going to say chazak chazak, and you have a special role to play in getting them ready for that. So it's not. Don't forget, it's not on the spot. It'll never be on the spot. Like, oh, I needed to remember that. You know, when you learn it, like, you will be. For example, if I give anyone a sof like an end of book. Aliyah, I will tell you, remember you have chazak chazak afterwards. In fact, I think the sheet even has, I think when it says an end of book, I think it says chazak chazak underneath it.
Always.
Like, it certainly does in the Chumash, but I think this program does too.
The
Let's see, let's just take a look. Readings. Let's go up here.
Sounds like a cliffhanger.
Shabbat. Let's do this. Okay, so. Oh, it doesn't.
It could be Krog Dolot, no? They have it.
What's that?
It'd be Krog Dolot, don't they have it? Chazak, chazak.
No,
No, I don't think so. So anyway, it doesn't, but, yeah, but I will tell you, I'll always tell you, because I know when I'm handing them out, like I know it's Shabbat Chazak, right? The synagogue I used to work at in Connecticut, and around the conservative movement, the 55 plus programming group was called Chazak. Chazak 55 plus, whatever, we have a JA 50 plus here, whatever it is. But every time it was Shabbat Chazak, the entire senior population who was involved in the Chazak programming thing would read Torah that day, which was one of my goals from the time I got there. We always used to call it Shabbat Chazak, and the sisterhood and the Chazak would sponsor the Kiddush. It would be a really special occasion. Anyway, the idea of reading Torah to celebrate anything, please come to me. Let me know when your celebrations are. I'll give you a short Torah reading. It's a wonderful way to observe a happy occasion. Oops. Not what I want to do.
Really
Okay.
happy. Again.
Well, I guess the class is over. Let's just see what else there is.
There's one for a newborn baby, if there's a newborn.
Yeah.
I just missed, we had this week, we had a little one, another
Oh,
little one.
that's
A little girl.
That's great. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay, you're reading tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Okay, so the rest of the trope, you can see here, the rest of the trope trainer sessions are like the high holidays melodies, so it gives you another trope sheet and it has programmed the high holidays melodies. We're not going to do any of that. Blessing before Torah reading, blessing after Torah reading, we've done and you probably all know. Final notes on Torah reading is just how to, next steps on using the program, which doesn't matter to you. Common trope combinations, which is just more examples of things we've seen already. Like, I don't know why they separated this out, but it just, it's like the most common tropes. And major trope combinations is just long phrases they've strung together. So we have effectively completed the Torah tutorial. So we have Haftarah, Esther, Eicha, Ruth, Kohelet, Shir, Shirim to cover next year.
And Megillah.
Megillah, yeah, that's them. Eicha, Ruth,
Esther,
Ruth, Kohelet, Shir HaShirim are all the same trope, all the same melody, and Eicha has its own and Esther has its own, but Eicha and Esther are closely connected.
How is that? Why do they have different like different melodies?
Different
Occasions?
moods,
Eicha
different,
Yeah.
because Ruth, Kohelet, and Shir HaShirim are all read as part of the Shalosh Regalim liturgy.
Yeah.
And so they're tied together in that way, just like the Shalosh Regalim are with the Nusach, and so they have the same trope. They're actually based on, they think that the Shir HaShirim was the one that was put to music first, the love song, the allegory for God's love for the Jewish people, as an intimate relationship among humans, that allegory, and it was applied to the other Megillot as well, those other Megillot. Okay, good. So now, just a quick, I don't know, just a note. Next week we have no class next Sunday. I'm out of town. So instead, we will have on Thursday at 6:30 to about 7:13 p.m. because I have a meeting online at 7:15 p.m. that I host. We will have on Zoom an open.
On Zoom.
On Zoom, I'll have an
So
open
you'll send
class.
an invitation?
Yeah. I'll. Actually, I think I did already.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
you did.
Yeah,
You
you
got
did,
it.
I'm not sure.
The link is in there, so you can get that. Please join me, and bring your Torah readings. Have your Torah readings. Excuse me, that I've assigned, and we'll go through it. Whoever's online, we'll just do it for each other. I actually wanted to start a little bit of that now. So, who wants to volunteer to have everyone read your stuff with you? That's what I want to do right
To
now.
have everyone read it with us?
Yeah, so we're gonna basically, like we've been doing with those phrases, we'll open up one of the readings. Let's start with Agnes's, this is the first on the list. Okay, so we're basically gonna sing through Agnes's reading all together. So I'm gonna make this big, oops. Okay. Everyone read it upside down.
Please.
Okay, so I'm gonna use just the right hand side, but be ready, be aware, well, no, it's fine, you can see the whole thing right now. Okay, so.
Maybe going a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Because, for instance, so that you all can see what comes and the combinations, how they go.
Yes, we'll go slowly like we have been.
Because I haven't done this.
Okay,
so-
we haven't done it yet.
No, I
A
haven't
week to
done
go.
it because I
2 weeks to
couldn't,
go.
because I lost my.
Oh yeah, you told me, yeah. And you said
Yeah.
you're taking some time off.
Yeah, and it took me forever to.
Alright, we'll all do this together, peer support, Ve'ele, 1,
The-
2,
the-
3, all together.
Ve'ele
hamishpatim asher tasim lifneihem ki tikne eved ivri sheish shanim ya'avod ובשביעית יצא לחופשי חינם אם בגפו יבוא בגפו יצא אם בעל אישה הוא ויצאה אשתו עמו אם אדוניו ייתן לו אישה וירדה לו בנים או בנות האישה וילדיה תהיה לאדוניה והוא יצא וגפו את ביתו לאמה, לא תצא כצאת העבדים, אם רעה בעיני אדוניה, אשר לא יחדה, והפדה לעם נוכרי, לא ימשול למוכרה בבגדולה, ואם לבנו יעדנה, כמשפט הבנות יעשה לה, אם אחרת ייקח לו שאירה, כסותה ועונתה לא יגרע, ואם שלוש אלה לא יעשה לה, ויצאה חינם אין כסף.
Now,
All right, it's a good exercise.
the hay that has a dot,
Yes, hey mapik,
what is that hay?
hey mapik,
Mapik.
or hey hechezak, or something like that, like a strengthened hey.
So it's a real aspiration.
Real, the vigdova, the hefda, ba, la, yes, she'era, kesuta, the onata, and then you can pass out. If you're doing this right, you should feel out of breath after this, right?
It's so similar to the Sanskrit, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Definitely, totally.
I know, I speak Sanskrit every day. Which is probably, yeah, okay, anyway.
The
So,
aspiration.
hey mapik, right, so how do you do that? You kind of like laugh the last syllable, like a little chuckle. Kesuta,
Well, you first have to know how to inhale.
well, you have to take a breath first, yes.
Yeah.
Can you do that
Kesuta.
one more time, Jason?
What's that?
Could you do it one more time?
Yeah, the whole thing? No. Let's go from Ima Heret. Ima Heret yikach lo she'era, kesuta ve'onata lo yigra. Careful when you get like come out of that, like you get 3 or 4 of them in a row, and then you have another word lo yigra. Careful not to go lo yigra, because it's not. It's just a ra, right? It's just a not a himapik. Same thing here. Ya'ase lo ya'ase la. It helps if you have asthma. Chas v'shalom. Like,
Yeah.
you should have asthma. Yeah, good. Okay. One more. Let's see. Mitch is not here, so it's not going to go. Tina's not here. Oh, Tina is here. Sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. So we'll do Tina's. I'm hiding the tikkun side, right? Because it's once you've learned it really, really well, you go over here and do it from this side, right? Okay. You ready? All right. Tina's going to lead us. Elohim, 1, 2, 3, everyone. Elohim lo tehalel, v'nasi v'amecha lo ta'or, mele'atecha v'dim'acha lo te'acher, bechor banecha titen li, hein ta'aseh leshorecha לתזונך שבעת ימים יהיה עם אמו ביום השמיני תיתנו לי. Look ahead. ואנשי קודש תהיו לי ובשר בשדה טרפה לא תאכלו לכלב תשליכון אותו, לא תישא שם השווא, אל תשת, 1, 2, 3, אל תשת ידך עם רשע, להיות אין חמאס, לא תהיה אחרי רבים לרעות, ולא תענה על ריב, לנטות אחרי רבים להטות, ודל לא תהדר בריבוס, כי תפגע שור אויבך, או חמורו טועה, השב תשיבנו לו, כי תראה חמור שונאך, רובץ תחת מסעו, וחדלת לעזוב לו, עזוב תעזוב עמו. Very good, very good. And the more you do this, yes, it's helpful to have me singing it with you, I'm sure. But you can do this at home too. Take some time and figure out what the trope is. You can do that because you have all the tools. You have recordings, of course, but you also have your trope sheet, which is a good thing to review once in a while, right? The thing that I showed you in the very first class. You can figure out anything in your Torah reading by singing through that, finding the trope you need, or just finding the trope you need. If you don't have to sing through the whole thing, even better. And then apply it to the words. You can do that on your own. Of course, you're working hard on your Torah readings. If anyone has any questions and need any help, can you whatever. There's something wrong with the audio file. If you're doing it wrong, it is a very reasonable thing to tell me, because I'll fix it for you. It happens. as you know, I make some mistakes. But really good. I'm very, very proud of all of us. This is very good. All right, have a good day. I'll see you next Thursday. Yeah, well, definitely in 2 weeks on the Sunday morning. Bring your printed bring a printed copy of your Torah readings and anything else you're working on. We're going to go into the sanctuary. It's going to be a little bit longer of a class. We'll go till 11. 9:30 to 11. Okay. We'll spend some time in the sanctuary with the Torah open on that.
I have no way of reading actually at home.
Okay, so come into my office and I'll print it for you now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And
Good.
next Thursday.
Next Thursday on Zoom. Yeah.
On Zoom.
On Zoom. Yeah.
So you'll send the link, right?
Somewhere the end of January, not this coming week.
No, the following week, the following Thursday.
February 4th, I think it is.
Yeah.
First.
For something.
No, first is Thursday. 4th is
Right.
is
So